Does the electromagnetic catapult launching fifth-generation fighters from the Fujian aircraft carrier truly signal the end of the U.S. Navy's dominance? While the electromagnetic catapults aboard the U.S. aircraft carrier USS Ford are still undergoing arduous debugging to achieve compatibility with the F-35C carrier-based fighter, the deck of China's Fujian-class carrier has already echoed with the thunderous roar of the J-35 stealth fighter being launched into the sky. This deafening blast pierced not only the morning mist over the sea, but also the mythical barrier of technological supremacy that the U.S. Navy had maintained for 70 years. The September 2025 report in U.S. Military Observer, titled, Fujian Carrier Defeats U.S. Navy in Carrier-Based Aircraft, reads like a belated confession, acknowledging a reality Washington has long avoided. The technological balance in the Pacific is shifting at an alarming pace. The Ford's predicament stands as one of the most perplexing enigmas in modern military technology. Commissioned as early as 2017 at a cost of $13 billion, this colossal vessel was equipped with an electromagnetic catapult system theoretically capable of precisely controlling launch force to accommodate aircraft ranging from lightweight drones to heavy fighters. Yet over 8 years, U.S. Navy engineers have failed to break the compatibility curse between the F-35C and the catapult. The core issue lies not in fundamental design flaws, but in an engineering implementation gap. The electromagnetic catapult requires real-time adjustments to its output power based on dozens of variables, including aircraft weight, deck wind speed, and engine thrust. Yet the Ford's control software repeatedly exhibits computational errors under complex conditions, potentially damaging the F-35C's stealth coating and precision avionics during launch. Even more alarming is the stark contrast in failure rates. According to a 2024 U.S. Navy internal report, the Ford's electromagnetic catapult has a mean time between failures of just 1 in 400 launches, meaning 4 consecutive days of high-intensity sorties could cripple the system. In contrast, the Fujian's electromagnetic catapult achieved a reliability rate of 1 in 3,200 during land-based testing, sufficient to sustain a month-long combat operation. This gap stems from fundamentally divergent technical approaches. While the U.S. medium-voltage AC system is theoretically mature, it relies on massive and complex power conversion equipment. China's medium-voltage DC system, however, integrates energy distribution, storage, and launch control into a cohesive whole through the innovative, integrated electric propulsion concept developed by academician Ma Wuming's team. Particularly noteworthy is the supercapacitor energy storage technology employed on the Fujian, which can reserve energy for a single launch within 45 seconds and remains unaffected by fluctuations in the carrier's power system. This design enables Chinese engineers to configure independent power modules for each catapult track, completely eliminating the systemic risk of all-or-nothing failure inherent in the Ford system. The triple aircraft simultaneous launch on the Fujian's deck is far more than a technical demonstration. It represents a revolutionary breakthrough in the Chinese Navy's carrier combat philosophy. The combination of the J-35 stealth fighter, J-15T heavy fighter, and KJ-600 early warning aircraft forms a three-dimensional hunting network covering a 700-kilometer radius. The most strategically significant element is the KJ-600. This early warning aircraft, equipped with an active phased array radar, not only surpasses the detection range of the U.S. Navy's E-2D Advanced Hawkeye by nearly 20%, but its data link system can simultaneously guide 24 J-35 fighters in conducting beyond visual range coordinated attacks. This enables the Fujian aircraft carrier's air wing to orchestrate multi-layered assault waves from beyond enemy defenses. In contrast, U.S. carriers lack comparable stealth fighter and AWACS coordination capabilities, rendering their traditional Super Hornet plus Hawkeye combination increasingly inadequate on modern battlefields. The performance characteristics of the J-35 itself warrant closer examination. Unlike the F-35C, which emphasizes multi-role capabilities, the J-35 significantly enhances air superiority combat capabilities. Its larger internal airframe accommodates a more powerful radar system, while the twin-engine design not only improves flight safety, but also provides ample power reserves for future upgrades. Particularly noteworthy is the extensive sharing of common avionics modules between the J-35 and J-20. This technological lineage enables high levels of integration between the PLA Air Force and naval aviation and tactical data sharing and maintenance support systems. In contrast, the U.S. military has yet to achieve ideal system compatibility between the Air Force's F-35A, Navy's F-35C, and Marine Corps F-35B. This inter-service disconnect subtly undermines joint operational effectiveness. The carrier competition represents merely the tip of the iceberg in the Sino-American military technology race. In the hypersonic weapons domain, China has established a comprehensive strike system through platforms like the DF-17 and YJ-21, while the U.S. Army's long-range hypersonic weapon, LRHW, program stalled after a 2024 test failure, and the Navy's conventional prompt strike program remains delayed due to technical bottlenecks. This gap extends beyond the weapons themselves to foundational technologies. China has established patent barriers in critical subsystems like scramjet engines and high-temperature composite materials, while U.S. defense contractors, long reliant on traditional missile technology, face gaps in talent development and experimental infrastructure. The dynamics of the directed energy weapons race are equally stark. China publicly demonstrated its shipborne laser defense system in 2023, having completed multiple interception tests. Its innovative, modular energy pack design allows destroyers and frigates to integrate laser weapons without major modifications to their propulsion systems. Regarding electromagnetic railguns, China achieved shipboard testing as early as 2018 and has since shifted focus to engineering challenges like enhancing firing rates and service life. In contrast, while the U.S. Navy tested an electromagnetic railgun prototype as early as 2014, congressional budget cuts forced development to pause in 2021. Recent reports even suggest consideration of acquiring Japanese technology. This shifting landscape reveals a stark reality: the technological generation gap strategy the U.S. established after the Cold War has become obsolete. Through sustained and stable investment, China is achieving parallel breakthroughs across multiple cutting-edge domains. The success of the Fujian aircraft carrier reflects the systematic evolution of China's defense technology innovation framework. From relying on imported specialty steel during the Liaoning's retrofitting, to overcoming arresting gear technology during the Shandong's indigenous construction, to achieving full domestic production of the electromagnetic catapult system on the Fujian, China's defense industry has followed a classic introduce, digest, innovate trajectory. Unlike Japan and European nations, however, China combines this learning capacity with its super large-scale manufacturing advantage. While the U.S. grapples with repeated delays in constructing the USS John F. Kennedy, the second ship of the Ford class, Chinese shipbuilders simultaneously advance modular carrier construction at two bases, Jiangnan and Dalian. A deeper divergence lies in R&D philosophy. China's military-industrial system emphasizes a tiered development approach, equipping one generation, developing the next, and pre-researching the following. Yang Wei, chief designer of the J-20 fighter jet, revealed that key technology verification for sixth-generation fighters has already commenced. In contrast, U.S. defense projects often suffer from political instability. For instance, the Obama administration prioritized counterterrorism equipment, the Trump era emphasized nuclear deterrence, and the Biden administration shifted focus to space warfare capabilities. This strategic vacillation has disrupted continuity in many long-term projects, particularly after the 2013 sequester. The U.S. Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA, saw massive cuts to its foundational research programs. Meanwhile, China steadily advanced its initiatives under the framework of national major science and technology projects. This disparity in institutional endurance became starkly evident in the comparison between the Fujian aircraft carrier and the USS Ford. History never pauses for the defeated. When the electromagnetic catapult on the Fujian aircraft carrier propelled the J-35 into the sky, it delivered not just a stealth fighter, but a declaration of a nation's return to the pinnacle of the world. The U.S. Navy remains formidable, and the technological challenges facing the USS Ford may not be permanent. Yet the era of Western monopoly over cutting-edge maritime technology is slowly drawing to a close. Perhaps decades from now, military historians will record it thus: in the mid-2020s, beneath the waves of the Pacific, a silent revolution had already been completed. Only when ripples finally broke the surface did the world realize that new maritime trails had long since stretched far into the distance.